Hello everybody, Jose Rodriguez here. In this video I'm going to cover a brand new program specifically made for printing on Epson photo printers. As you may know, Canon Pro photo printers offered a wonderful plugin for standalone printing, Print Studio Pro, and this plugin was able to print through Lightroom and through Photoshop, basically removing the printing option from Photoshop or Lightroom and allowing you to use some simplified settings to permit you to, as a beginner even, produce wonderful prints. Well, I guess Epson fans have come through, complained probably to Epson, and Epson has come through with Epson Print Layout, and this is version 1.3.3. It's already moved up from the original number that I reported. And this is the layout that you get. So basically you're going to have a blank background. Basically this would be equivalent to your paper. Over here you have your choice of printers. These are all my Epson printers present here. We're going to go ahead and pick the very famous and well-loved P800. And we're going to go ahead and choose a regular Epson branded paper. Let's just say, for instance, ultra premium photo paper luster. And here we pick the size. As you can see, I have created some custom sizes already. We're going to go ahead and just use a commonly available letter size. We'll use the sheet feed, which is on the top of the printer, maximum quality. We're going to click on layout settings. This is for margins, setting for borderless, scale to fit, and so on. And here are your color settings. Use ICC profile. So when you tell it to use ICC profile and you use auto select, it's going to choose the ICC profile for the ultra premium photo paper luster. All right, let's go ahead and load a image here. See what we have available. I've been downloading a few photos from a free site, but let's go ahead and use my niece's awesome photograph that she took by herself using her iPhone. And as you can see, it pre-centers it with a wonderful, almost equal border all the way around. Of course, we can just completely remove that. And as you can see, the ratio of this image doesn't quite fit the letter size photo paper. You will simply choose scale to fit, all right? Choose borderless, and as you can see, it actually expands the image beyond the paper borders. And this little indicator here shows you that the image has been indeed enlarged a little bit. If you attempt to print edge to edge without choosing borderless, you might end up with a sliver of white somewhere along any of these four edges, because the position of the paper on the printer is not that perfect. Okay, so the best way to eliminate any little white slivers is to just go ahead and choose borderless and just enlarge the image a bit. That does not detract whatsoever from the original image, as it could be cropped a tiny bit without a single problem. Here is our rendering intent, relative colorimetrics, what I always use, and black point compensation. Now, if you want to choose your own profile, then you can go ahead and choose your particular profile here. But with auto select, if you are using Epson papers, then it will automatically select the paper profile for whatever paper choice you set it for. Let's go ahead and unclick borderless, and we're going to choose undo scale to fit, and now we can set our border sizes. You say, wait a minute, they are being adjusted equally. Well, unlock, and now you can set your borders to whatever you want. Very similar to Lightroom in the way the borders are handled. Now, let's just say, for instance, you want to create a template for specific printers, specific settings, and a specific non-Epson paper. Well, I did that very thing right here. And we're going to go to the very bottom, and I did one for Red River San Gabriel 1.0. We'll go ahead and, for the time being, just use borderless for 8.5 by 11. So remember, I told you the San Gabriel tends to buckle with the normal settings of the P800, because the P800 apparently lays down a very dense volume of ink, more than the 3880 does. So this setting basically takes care of that. If you want to create your own template, you just go down to the bottom of the paper choice drop down menu and click on Edit Custom media. Here we have our San Gabriel, and I was recommended that I use the ultra premium photo paper luster for the actual paper type setting for it, and the ICC for the same paper. And here are the differences in the color density that I had to set. Drying time had to be increased. Paper feed adjustment left to 0. Paper thickness to 2. You could actually add it maybe all the way up to 15. Remember, I had to use that on my 3880, paper thickness of 15. With simply the paper thickness of 3 and the plate and gap at wide, then save that by adding it to my list. I have now a preset that I can then refer back to. Anytime I choose Red River San Gabriel 1.0, it will refer back to those particular settings, and I will be able to print with that paper on my P800 without the fear of it buckling and causing massive head strikes. So that is it. I do not think that you could do multiple imaging as you can on, say, QImage or even the Lightroom print module, but this is wonderful. This is great. And this is just the beginning. Maybe this software will evolve further and we will be able to have a good option for Epson photo printers. All right, this was a very basic demonstration of this new software. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you saw my previous video, you got to see the results that I obtained simply with these settings. All right, that is it for now. Please give this a try. It is available as a software when you go to the area in the Epson USA download site for drivers. So give it a try. It is quite a wonderful addition to my repertoire of tools. Thank you once again. Please subscribe, share, and like. And until the next time, happy printing, everyone. Bye-bye.